Chapter 6, Mastering Discipline, the hidden secret to achieving your dreams. In our last chapter, we explored self-awareness, the foundation for understanding ourselves and what drives us. But self-awareness alone won't take us far if it isn't paired with something more powerful, discipline. Without discipline, even the clearest vision can remain a distant dream. Discipline is the force that pushes us past procrastination, distractions, and discomfort, turning those dreams into achievements. Today, we're going to talk about mastering this essential trait and how it's the quiet but mighty engine behind every great success. Take Alex, for instance. A passionate writer, he always knew that storytelling was his calling. His self-awareness was undeniable. He could visualize his future as a published author, sharing his voice with the world. But there was a problem. Every time Alex sat down to write, distractions crept in. Social media, endless shows, or even a random urge to reorganize his bookshelf. Anything but writing. Hours passed, days went by, and weeks later, his manuscript remained untouched. He had the passion, but what he lacked was discipline. It wasn't until a mentor pointed out that discipline was the missing link in his journey that things started to shift. That conversation was a turning point for Alex. He realized that having a dream was the easy part. The challenge was in consistently showing up for it, even when motivation faded or when the process became uncomfortable. Discipline, he learned, was the glue that held it all together. When you think of discipline, think of it as a skill rather than a trait you're either born with or without. It's something you build and strengthen with practice. Discipline is about making choices that align with your long-term goals, even when you don't feel like it. It's about saying no to what feels good in the moment, so you can say yes to what will feel incredible later on. For Alex, it meant committing to writing every single day, whether he was inspired or not. It wasn't glamorous, and it didn't always feel rewarding at the time, but over weeks and months, his manuscript started to take shape. Why is discipline so essential? It's simple. Without it, your goals will always be just out of reach. Think of all the things you've wanted to achieve in your life, whether it's getting in shape, starting a business, learning a new skill, or even developing a meaningful relationship. None of those things happen overnight, and they certainly don't happen without effort. Discipline is what gets you to the gym when it's cold outside, what makes you write when you'd rather watch TV, what encourages you to keep learning when progress feels slow. For Alex, discipline transformed not just his writing, but his entire approach to life. He began setting aside dedicated hours for writing, no matter what. He removed distractions, leaving his phone in another room and setting up a workspace that was conducive to focus. He made it a habit to show up every day, regardless of how he felt. Over time, the routine became second nature. What once felt like a struggle now felt empowering. He realized that discipline wasn't about depriving himself of enjoyment. It was about creating the kind of life that aligned with his deepest goals. The beautiful thing about discipline is that it feeds into itself. Every time Alex sat down to write, even when he didn't feel like it, he built confidence in himself. That confidence fueled more discipline, creating a positive feedback loop. The progress he made in his writing motivated him to apply the same principles in other areas of his life. Soon, he was exercising regularly, eating healthier, and managing his time more effectively, all thanks to that initial commitment to writing. And it's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter. Alex learned that discipline helped him identify what truly mattered in his life. Instead of spreading himself thin across countless hobbies and distractions, he honed in on the activities that would bring him closer to his long-term goals. This focus allowed him to not only make progress, but to excel. Discipline doesn't mean you're constantly grinding away without joy. It means you're purposeful with your time and energy. As we think about the role of discipline in our own lives, we can ask ourselves, where are we falling short of our own expectations? What dreams do we have that aren't moving forward because we haven't committed to the discipline needed to achieve them? Maybe it's a fitness goal we've been avoiding, or a personal project that keeps getting pushed to the side. The good news is, discipline is something we can all develop, one small choice at a time. In the end, mastering discipline is about showing up for yourself, day after day. It's about building habits that serve your higher goals, even when they feel difficult in the moment. And just like Alex, you'll find that as you strengthen your discipline, every other area of your life begins to benefit as well. As we close out this chapter, think about the changes you can start making today. Start small. Maybe it's dedicating 15 minutes each day to a project you've been putting off. Or perhaps it's committing to an action that aligns with a personal goal you've been wanting to reach. And as you do, remember, each act of discipline brings you one step closer to the life you truly want. If this chapter resonated with you and you're looking for more ways to take control of your personal growth, check the link in the description for more resources to help keep you on track. In our next chapter, we'll dive into empathy, how growing it can help you create deeper, more meaningful connections with others. Don't miss it.